We are very excited to have our next guest join us on the program. We've known her since she's had about 1,500 followers and was known as simply Bishop. It is now Bishop Briggs. Welcome back to San Francisco.
Thank you so much.
A lot to talk about with you. I want to first congratulate you, of course, on all the success so far.
Oh, thank you so much.
Singles and all those things. And,
thank you.
You know, we at B-Sides were fans, like I said, since small amount of followers, and Wild Horses came out, and you know, you were tweeting the announcements. Oh, I got the video up. You should check it out. Oh, check out new song coming. And
yes.
You know, you were very mysterious. And,
yes.
And all we knew is that you wear a lot of chokers.
Yes. Still true.
You live in LA.
Yes.
Still true.
Still true.
And then there's a lot of history, you know, before all that stuff.
Yes.
How has the craziness been with all the recognition and all the fans and all those things?
It's been incredible. I mean, I'm so thankful for it, but I have to be honest, I'm quite disassociated with it. You know, I'm not really aware of what is going on, but I'm just so thankful for it, and I think the key is to keep writing and to keep focused on the music, because that's really where it all began.
The history. Scottish parents, moved around all over the world. You settled in Japan for a little bit, and then you moved to Hong Kong in your formidable years. That's how it's described, right?
Okay.
So karaoke bars and those things were a big influence.
Yes.
Age 7?
Well, so I was born in London and then lived in Japan for 6 years and then Hong Kong 8 years. And so I was technically 4 when I moved to Japan. And that's kind of when the karaoke bar thing started happening. And I got really excited about it.
So I've never been to Japan. Is it all free for all? Anybody can go into these karaoke bars. There's no age limit, and
yes, no age limit. I mean, I'm sure there are different ones, but the ones that I went to, if it was someone's 8th birthday, they would be there. If it was someone's 40th birthday, they would be there. It was just kind of the place to be.
Wow.
Yes.
And of course, I'm sure you've been asked, what are the go-to songs at that period of time?
Oh gosh. Okay, so this was the 90s.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston.
And you were able to do it.
Oh, terribly. Really badly. And there are these videos I've seen since performing, since doing that. And I don't know why my parents ever encouraged me. It was a terrible rendition, but I just had so much confidence and I just tried to, make it happen. But it was the 90s, so it was a lot of boy bands as well.
So NSYNC or Backstreet?
It was more Backstreet Boys at the time, and any 90s person you can think of. That's what was happening.
I'm Bishop Briggs. Thank you guys again. I love San Francisco. It's where I feel home. So thanks.
So then Hong Kong,
Yes.
And like I said, formidable years. Was it traumatic for you to move at that age? I mean, you've already established a foundation, a base of friends and all those things, right?
It was actually great. I moved to Hong Kong. It was actually more of middle school. So I kind of had that transition. And I'm someone that I was kind of a chameleon. And the nice part about, kind of growing up that way is everyone around you is doing the same. Everyone around you in those international schools is coming from somewhere like Singapore or Beijing, and we're all kind of in it together. So I enjoyed the challenge. I think I was ready to get out of, try something new.
So then, of course, we listen to you speak. You don't have a British accent.
Yes.
You don't have anything that is remotely indicative of any kind of accent except American. You almost as if you are from LA.
I know. It's
so
the Valley
how's
girl.
your Japanese? How's your Cantonese? How's your Mandarin?
Okay, well, Japanese, it's very bad. It's very limited because I was so young. So that's my defense. And then with Mandarin, I did study it for a year in Hong Kong. But I actually studied more of French. I studied that for 6 years in Hong Kong.
So how did you get around? Cantonese is the main language of Hong Kong.
Well, a lot of people speak English. I would say it's very similar to New York. Everyone speaks English, almost to a fault, because it doesn't challenge you.
Yeah.
But I do know how to kind of navigate my way around Hong Kong with Cantonese. So I'm very good at directions. But needless to say, I would do better in France than in Asia.
So if I were to say, 如果你唔唱歌呢，你點儲錢呢？
God. I would say, 謝謝.
Close. Close.
The thing is, I know these dialogues that we had to learn in the class. So like things that you discuss on the Great Wall of China, so that you can't really apply them in this everyday. What did you say though?
I asked if you weren't singing, how would you make money?
Okay.
and you said "shasha," which is like
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I hadn't finished. I said thank you for your question. That's what I meant. Thank you for your question. And then maybe I was going to continue, but I guess we'll never know.
Yes.
But yes.
Because I can assume that there will be fans in Hong Kong, right? Because they
Hope so.
may associate you with them, right?
Hope so. I mean, that's where everything began. It was because I had the support there that really encouraged me to move out to LA.
Coming back to today, we are, like I said, blessed with a handful of songs, an EP, and those kind of things. What's the game plan? We know there's some touring for the rest of the year. Of course, everybody wants to know about an album and what that's going to sound like.
Well, I think as an artist, the biggest goal is to have an album, something that you can look back on and remember this time in your life and know the hard work that you put in. So that is the long-term goal. Just know that I always have something up my sleeve and I am itching to release more. And if you come to the show tonight, you'll see there is a handful of songs that we have recorded. We're just thinking of the right timing. So I'm really excited for it.
It has been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on what I deem success.
Thank you.
The recognition from your fans, and we look forward to the album.
Thank you so much.
It is Bishop Briggs. You're watching B-Sides on Air.